welcome to this conversation presented by White House Custom Color. I'm Jed Toffer, and today I get to speak with Vickie Black, the founder, the owner, the boss lady of Push Conference. We're at Push Conference 2018 in Greencastle, Indiana, which is only a short drive from my house, actually. It was easy to get here. It was simple. I just drove right over.
Really? That's awesome.
On 74. How are you, Vicki?
I'm good. How are you?
We're getting through it.
Yes. We're on day 2.
We're on day 2, just past the midpoint of day 2, and things are going okay.
It's not the midpoint till 6 o'clock tonight.
Well, that's actually yeah. Noon's not the midpoint, is it? That's actually a really good point. Dinner is the midpoint.
Yes,
of the
dinner.
Day. Starts at 8
in the morning
and gets done at
1 to 2 a.m.
or a little later, because everyone was saying, yeah, we shot till like 1:30 or 2, and then I'm amped for another hour or 2 after that.
Yes.
So,
and then everybody sits out on the patio and talks and relives the day.
Right. And that's how you want it.
Yes. I want it to be education. I'm all about education for this conference. This is not the go out and have fun conference. This is not the dress to be seen conference. This is the conference to come and move your business forward. Push yourself out of your comfort zone.
Okay, hence the name.
Yes.
So Vickie Black, tell me about Vickie Black. Who is Vickie Black?
I'm just this girl that lives in Indiana that has this crazy conference that no one sleeps for days on end in Greencastle, Indiana.
What all do you do?
I'm a photographer. Mm-hmm. I photograph kids between the ages of 11 to their senior year. Mm-hmm. And I have this little magazine called Senior Style Guide. Mm-hmm. And that's what I do.
And Push Conference, of course.
Yes, Push Conference is part of Senior Style Guide magazine.
It's part of the magazine.
Yes.
Why all this other stuff?
What do you mean?
Well, why the magazine? Why? I mean, you're a photographer, so you have a photography business. Why the conference? Why the magazine? Why all the other things that get
Why
thrown
Senior
in?
Style Guide when you've already got a photography business?
Kind of, yes.
Yeah, that's a valid question. I started my business 9 years ago. I was doing weddings at the time with a business partner. Mm-hmm. And I decided at dinner, well, it'll be 7 years ago this month, that I was no longer going to do weddings. I was going to just scale them back till they were all gone.
Right.
And I was going to start shooting seniors. I had photographed 2 seniors. I was in love. I was tired of splitting my loyalties, figuring out how I was going to get more business in the senior realm. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know anything about it.
Right.
I was just out there trying and making mistakes and learning from them. And so I was going to start this blog and feature people. And it was before blogs were doing all the features and everything. I mean, there was no one in the senior industry.
Right.
And so I did that for a year, and I thought, let's stop doing the blog. Let's keep the blog going, but let's add to it, because I started the blog initially because I was told I couldn't join another group.
Oh, is that right?
Another senior group. And the person who owned it was the nicest person in the world.
Yeah.
And I loved it.
Yeah.
So am I not supposed to say that?
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Nobody, you haven't said any names. I think that's fair.
I wouldn't.
Right.
But
there's a lot of senior groups out there.
Oh, there's a ton of senior groups. But I wanted to learn.
Right.
And there was, I couldn't, because there was too many other people in my area.
Sure.
Who did.
I understand that.
And that made sense to me.
Right. And it might have been one of the best things that ever happened, because boom.
Well, no, it wasn't boom. It was me. No one was featuring senior sessions. And so I had no seniors. I was begging everybody to submit. Mm-hmm. And I was going to Google and going by state, literally.
Is that right?
And typing in senior photographer Indiana, senior photographer California.
Okay.
And emailing the people. I mean, we're talking, I was going back old school and trying to figure it out.
Grassroots marketing efforts.
Some failed grassroots efforts along the way, but we learned.
Right.
And it just grew from there. The magazine started. I got the idea, I could do this, I think. And I tried to figure out InDesign, and that first issue I redid 4 times in 1 week until I figured it out.
Yeah.
But you just, sometimes if you want something, you're just going to work until you get it.
Right, and it's not going to happen unless you do it.
Right.
Either. So primarily you focus on, with your photography business, 11 to 18.
Yes.
Essentially. Why that age range? Why not babies or kids, little kids?
I tried that. I tried everything.
Yeah.
Until I found what I loved. I literally started shooting dogs in a dog bakery just so I could take photos with my camera. I mean, I tried it all. I know what I don't want to do in life. So
that's a big deal. You know what you don't want to do.
And I promise you, photographing dogs in a bakery is not for me. There are amazing pet photographers out there. They have skills.
Yeah.
I don't have those skills.
Right.
So.
Right. So tweens to teens.
Yes. I had someone call me, a good friend, and she said, a patient of mine, she was a dental hygienist, wants their son's senior photos done. And I told him to call you. And I'm like, I've never photographed a senior. Why would you do that? And she's like, because I like what I see on Facebook. And I fumbled through it.
Yeah.
And then I fell in love with it.
And so what does your business look like? I mean, is it a boutique business, or is it volume based, or what do you try to hit?
It's small. It's a boutique business.
Yeah.
I aim for 30 clients a year, no more than that.
30 a year. All right. I want to know more.
Well, I don't do it 100%. I mean, I have the magazine and everything else. So I aim for 30. I was doing 50 and 60, and I keep ratcheting it back.
Right.
30 seems to be my happy number.
That's the right one.
Yep.
Is there a season where things spike, or
1st of August through into November.
That's the season? August, September, October.
That's when I'm photographing.
November.
I
4
get
months.
the stragglers at the end in April.
Right.
But I take November or December through April off to build my model team and to prepare for my charity teen fashion show each year. So 30 is the perfect number because I have the clients to walk it.
Right. I was intrigued to talk to you about this because I heard you telling some other people in the White House lounge actually about how with seniors, you said this is what struck me. You said with seniors, you're already in their rearview mirror.
Yes. If you're building a model team their senior year, you're in their rearview mirror. If you're getting them their junior year and engaging them year round, then you've got a foothold in with them as seniors. When they are a senior, they're only concerned about SAT, ACT, college applications, college visits, grades, everything they need to do to be moving to Act 2 of their life.
So in their mind, they've kind of already moved on, in a sense.
They're not, in my experience, they're not as focused to be referring your business and things like that. Now, they still do, but you can't rely on that. Right.
So a junior, someone in their junior year, or even maybe before, because you're working with, you're starting with tweens, right? I mean,
we had a little girl last night modeling. We had 2 at Push who were 11, 5th and 6th grade. So.
And you're building that relationship and that rapport early on.
They're growing up in front of my camera.
Right. So that by the time they get into high school and by the time they are ready for senior photos, it's not even an option. They're going to come to you.
Well, that's the hope.
Right.
And they do. So, the majority do. So, yes, I want to keep it that way. You keep them engaged.
Yeah.
You keep them motivated. You keep it fresh.
Right.
We all have to reevaluate our businesses every 6 months in order to stay ahead of the game.
What does that look like for you every 6 months?
Well, I look back and I decide how many kids did I have on model crew? Was it fulfilling? Did I have too many? Was I able to touch base with them? Was I able to connect with them and their mom? Because I'm big on moms having an experience because I'm a mom. Right. And I don't like to be shut out.
Right.
So
right. You like to be in the mix.
I want the moms in the mix with me. And in the past, it's been, okay, I've had too many. I was spread too thin. Scale it back.
Yeah.
Give them a meaningful experience. And I open my applications up in October, so I keep them engaged year round.
So you open up applications in October for the following year.
Yeah, of their junior year. So like class of 2019,
right.
Applications opened in October of 2017.
17, right.
No, 18. 17.
17.
See, the class years always mess me up.
It's essentially 18 months. You have the application opens about 18 or 19 months before graduation.
And they're not all in to college yet. They're not in that mode yet. Mm-hmm. So they still have time for me.
Right. I like that. I don't know why I've never thought about it that way before, but the Rearview Mirror comment struck a nerve.
I didn't even realize you were there when I said that.
Oh, I was creeping on you. That's what I do. I eavesdrop.
Well, that's how you learn.
That was really well said. How do you handle in these scenarios? How do you handle troublesome clients, or given the way things are set up?
I do things a little crazy and a little backwards. I mean, there are going to be photographers out there that'll shoot 100 people a year and go, man, she is crazy.
Right.
When it comes time to do are you talking about for my model crew, the troublesome clients?
Both. Yeah.
Okay. Well, with model crew,
but definitely model crew. I'm curious about that.
I sit each mom and teen down and interview them individually.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
You interview them both separately?
No, I set them down together in my office.
An individual from everybody else.
I don't do a group interview. I don't do a group application. I don't do a group anything.
Right.
I have a psych and a social degree, so I tend to rely on...
That's big. Hey, that's important to know.
I watch them. I watch body language. I mean, I could have someone I think is going to be amazing, but the minute they put their hand out to their mom to shush them or something... Yeah. I know there's a power struggle. I watch for that stuff because the moms, it's a big puzzle. The moms have to get along.
Right.
Because they're all together, and the kids have to get along.
Right.
It has to be like a sorority, bigs, littles. So we have to keep that unit tight.
So when you're sitting down with them individually and you're just there with a mom and the teen, mm-hmm. what's happening in that interview?
I'm watching.
Yeah. Are you asking them questions?
Yes. I'm getting to know them first. Then I'm going over and I watch them. I literally read the application to them and explain the process step by step. Because let's be honest, not everybody reads everything. I can't rely on them to go home and read it. They're just going to sign it.
Now, an application implies that not everybody makes it.
No, they do not. And that is one of the hardest parts of it.
Is that right? So you turn people down?
I do. I turn them away from model crew.
And so do you spin that in sort of this is an exclusive, how do you handle the disappointment piece regarding that? I guess I'm wondering.
The disappointment piece is hard.
Yeah.
I hate sending the text because that's how we do everything in this world. Everything is text.
Everything via text. Mm-hmm. Well, the teens are comfortable with that.
Yes.
That's how they prefer it,
and
probably.
You know what? A lot of parents are.
Yeah.
We're all kind of we're getting on the bus.
Right? On the text bus.
We know. And I explain it to them. Listen, I can't take everyone. Yeah. I tell everyone this. Not everyone will be chosen.
Right.
I want to choose everyone. I want to leave the option open. Hey, I want you for a client. Right. I offer them a discount. I offer to bring them into a shoot if possible. So it's not that they did anything. It's just there's a finite number of people.
Well, but I mean, if you have a senior sitting there shushing her mom.
Yeah. Or vice versa.
Or either way, right?
You know that there's going to be, if they're having power struggles there in front of you,
right.
We're going to have power struggles within our unit for the next 18 months.
Right. Nobody needs that.
No.
Right.
So I really watch the dynamic. And do I pick perfectly? A lot of times.
I love that. I thought for sure you set that up to say, do I pick perfectly? Of course not. But you went the other way. That's an awesome moment.
I just want to see your reaction. Of course I don't pick perfectly.
Do I pick perfectly? Yes, I do.
No, I have those power struggles.
Right.
And the way I outline it is the person who performs the most gets the most perks.
Right.
If there's a bonus shoot, I'm going to go to the person that's out there spreading the love.
Well, after all, that's one of the main reasons why you're doing it.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
And no one's under any illusions that that's not the case.
Exactly.
I mean, that's what this is for.
Yes.
How often does somebody book you, even if you turn them down?
That is not a high rate. My rate of attrition is not that good.
Right. Well, because they're upset by whatever. Right.
That, but the number one reason, they can just go somewhere else. Model crews are everywhere.
Okay.
And that's why I do it early.
Yeah.
I was doing it January to March before, years ago. And I
So
realized
you moved it up 3 or 4 months
that's when everybody else is doing
to
it.
get ahead of the curve.
Why am I doing it when they're doing it?
Yeah, that makes sense. That's a good tip.
Yeah. October.
Right.
It's not that difficult. Everybody's getting busy for Thanksgiving and Christmas, so you can kind of coast.
Right.
I do a meet and greet shoot, just a fun little snow shoot, because here in Indiana we get snow.
Right.
Get them to know each other. Then I have one shoot that I use for marketing purposes in the spring, and then they have their individual.
Right. So as they go through that process then, and then are you a big in-person sales person?
Everybody sits down. Now, I do use shoot proof after the sale.
Okay.
Because then they're after. They have to come see me. We have to sit. We have to finalize their sale. And then after, they have images that can go, a gallery that can go off to grandma.
Right.
And they can get extras and things like that.
But that's if they've placed an order. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I want them to see their images first in my office.
Right.
I want to talk to them about them.
Right.
I want to have that conversation about why this image made their gallery.
Right. Right. And then what products do they gravitate towards? I'm curious.
Seniors gravitate towards, in my business, albums and canvas. And they do like sticky albums, the app.
Right. Right. A lot of wall portraits or not a lot of wall portraits? Like
no.
You try to sell one?
I'm moving into wall clusters this year. I'm behind the bus on that one. I'm going to admit that.
Okay.
I've known that that's the way to go.
Right.
Wall collections will only enhance the sale. It will enhance the experience. And I haven't done it.
Well, and it's
full disclosure.
It's a nice project. It's a nice product to have in your lineup to sell, to offer. What is next for you over the next year or two? What do you got? What do you got on the horizon?
I don't know.
Sleep?
Right now, all I can think about is going to sleep.
Will you take? Oh, so that leads me to a quick question I was thinking about earlier. Are you going to take a big vacation after this?
No. What I'll do is just take downtime with my kids.
Yeah.
That's
staycation.
my plan. Yes.
You stay
home and immerse myself into the crazy that is my world, minus the photography business.
Outside of the photo business.
Yes.
Right.
It's crazy enough as it is.
And try to keep all those plates spinning too.
I've got 2 weeks after this until my busy season starts going.
Yeah, August 1st, right. That's what you were saying.
The minute they walk through the doors of their high school and they're a senior, and they have not booked me for their photos over the summer, they're instantly in the senior groove, in the senior mindset. Now it's time. Fall photos. I need them now. So it gets busier.
Starting in August, essentially. Mm-hmm. So what should we expect over the next year or two? Like, what direction are you going in? Or are you just trying to keep your head above water with everything you have going on?
No, I'm going to just stay focused. I'm going to keep it at my happy number.
Yeah.
With my photography business, there are things I'm excited to add. I have seen some amazing things here at the conference from White House. And
right.
There's some albums that are going to get added, especially to my teen line. They don't buy as many albums.
Right.
And I think it's because I'm trying to offer them the bigger versions.
Sure. Where can people find you?
Here.
on the line. Where are you findable?
Senior Style Guide is at Senior Style Guide. If you want to follow me personally, at Vickie, Vickie.
Yes.
S. Black.
Vickie with an IE.
I'm with an IE.
And then I like to ask this question too. What sort of advice do you have? Like there's some, because I noticed I've talked to a few of the people here, and it's interesting. Like there's a pretty big range. There are people that are here attending that they've been in the mix for 15 or 20 years. Mm-hmm. And then I know there's a 20-year-old here that started shooting, that she said, in middle school, right?
Yes. She's phenomenal.
So they're all over the map here. What sort of advice do you have for the people that are just coming in?
My motto is no means not yet. If you feel that someone's going to say no to you, you come back in a different door and you get your yes. Don't give up.
Okay.
It makes people crazy.
It's tenacious.
I will not take no for an answer. So you circle the wagons, rephrase it, go back at it. If you put that intention out there that this is your dream and your goal, then go for it. Don't be afraid. Yeah. Don't worry about everybody else. Ignore that noise.
Interesting.
Do you?
You've heard a lot of noise?
Oh, the noise is always there, even at 9 years later.
Yeah.
It's hard in this day and age to not compare yourself. You scroll through Instagram, like, oh man, that was really cool. They're killing it.
Right.
I'm dead in the water. I'm not doing that. No. Do you?
How do you fight that voice? It's a powerful voice.
It's a very powerful voice.
Yeah.
You step back and you go, okay, I'm good enough.
Yeah.
I'm doing what's making me happy. Did I feel like I was lacking before I looked at that? That's the big qualifier. I'm a big pro and con person. Mm-hmm. And if you were fine before you saw that, you're fine now. You just got to move on.
Go back 3 minutes.
Yes. Time machine.
Thank you so much for doing this with me.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
You're taking care of all things here. I've seen you do just from what I've seen. I have no idea what I haven't seen, obviously, but from what I've seen, you're putting out all fires. You're taking care of everybody. It's very impressive to watch.
Thank you. I just want everyone to learn as much as they possibly can in this little bubble we're in right now.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Keep it up.
Okay. I'll try.
Until next time.